Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany with the Seniors Blue Book, and this morning I have the honor and the privilege to be back with my friend Janet from SeniorWell. Good morning.
Good morning, Brittany. So glad to be here. Thank you for this opportunity.
I'm always excited to see you and to learn more about what SeniorWell does. And today we're going to kind of focus in on the benefits of senior living communities having the ancillary services such as SeniorWell and the specific services that you guys provide in the communities to the resident as well as the community. We're going to kind of break that down today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's really important that communities understand and residents understand that, these are benefits that the residents are normally entitled to on a regular basis. And what we have found is that when a resident and community offers these services, the health benefits to the individual, the resident, are tremendous because these are not services that they may have taken advantage of if they were staying at home. And so there's kind of two parts to it. When the community is able to offer these services, I think it is, yes, a great tool and something clinically that is important, that is available to the residents. And let's face it, when a doctor for either audiology or optometry or dental or audiology are coming into the community, it's much easier to take advantage of these services by the resident. So I thought we'd start talking a little bit about audiology. So the most common thing about audiology is the hearing exam. But what many people don't know is that when you have a audiology exam, it's so much more than just checking for hearing. It's checking for bone density, earwax, cerium, and other diseases of the ear, which can make you hearing impaired. And one of the benefits that both Medicaid and Medicare cover the exam annually once a year. But we do find if someone is at home and is not recognizing that there is a hearing loss, they may not be going for their free exam every year. Whereas in a community, when the community is offering it, it's twofold. The resident is more apt to take advantage to have their ears checked and their hearing checked, but this is preventive services. So if there is an ear problem, an inner ear problem, a hearing issue, it is identified early on. And that is key, to helping someone have a healthy longevity in a community or at home. Preventive clinical services are a key issue for any senior community. So with audiology, of course, we do make hearing aids and deliver them. But one of the key factors that people don't seem to know is when you have your hearing exam every year, you will see if there's a deterioration over time. And the key is to identify the deterioration in the hearing and then to see if some type of hearing aid or hearing amplifier will benefit the resident. It's key to do this before somebody is unfortunately maybe moving into a memory community where this device may not be as helpful as it could be. So early detection is key, whether you're in independent or assisted living or skilled or supportive. The key is to identify the hearing loss early through preventive care, which is your annual hearing exam, which is covered both by Medicare and Medicaid, and then deciding if a device is good for you. And if so, what type of device? So audiology also affects balance. I'm sure you all know if you have a earache, and you're hurting, your balance is a little off. Well, that's huge for a fall risk in a community. So again, identifying early on issues have so many different factors, whether it's a fall risk or your hearing. And of course, optometry. Optometry is covered both by Medicare and Medicaid every year in exam. Why? So a lot of individuals, and I use this in my last example for our last video, was there was a family member who said, my mom doesn't need an eye test because she doesn't wear glasses. Again, preventive. We're looking for glaucoma, cataract, all kinds of different eye issues, and of course, testing for diabetes. It not necessarily are you going to need glasses because you had an exam by an optometrist. So again, these services are available in the communities. If you're at home, you might be a little less likely to go and take advantage of your free exam. Vision is huge to a fall risk, right? The combination of balance issues, sight issues are main reasons why people have falls in communities. So identifying and being preventive, whether it's cataract, glaucoma, or macular degeneration, diabetes, early, early preventive medications and devices can be a huge benefit to fall risk. Then, of course, we have podiatry, and we all have feet, some good, some bad. They hurt from time to time, but both Medicaid and Medicare cover annual and regular feet exams. So it's really important that you're identifying not just getting your toenails cut when the podiatrist comes to the building, but looking for things such as calluses, corns, wounds, bunions, all those wonderful words that we don't really like, but are so important. And again, fall risk. So you see how a lot of this is combined, is a continuum of care and leading towards preventive, medicine in your community in preventive services, but many related to fall risk. So that is why SeniorWell offers fall assessments with any client, any resident. It's, again, early detection of a fall risk is huge. And who doesn't want to be proactive and not taking that extra step and, unfortunately having an accident? And then, of course, dental services. Dental services are so important to be offered by a community and for residents to take advantage. Sometimes it's covered by Medicare and Medicaid, sometimes not. However, we all know, keep your smile for as long as you possibly can. It's huge. And, decaying teeth and things of that nature are big in our community for seniors. And it's important that we take advantage of getting our teeth cleaned, having annual exams. And of course, most dental companies, as SeniorWell, will come with their x-ray machines. We do extractions, dentures, partials, but for our hearts, right? The most important thing is keep a healthy heart, and dental services are a key issue for being preventive for heart disease. So the benefits of the services, ancillary services, are not just for the community. You want to offer them as a community, not that your residents have to take advantage of them, but they're there if they need them. That means they're more likely to take advantage of preventive medications and services, one, and two is they don't have to leave the building to do so. And we all know if something is right in front of us, it's easier to do than if you have to go out and have these services performed outside of the community. For residents, this is a huge plus. You can use your insurance, you can pick and select what services you want, but having the opportunity to have these services right in your community or in your home is huge. So I think clinically, these are services that every community should be offering. There shouldn't be any issues whatsoever about not offering them. There are issues with marketing and competitive edge when you're working with communities, but the key is preventive services available to the residents. And that's what I think SeniorWell brings to the table.
Absolutely. I know from working in a community and from being in that environment for about 8 years, you see primary care physicians, of course, coming through and seeing their patients. But I feel like they're definitely, SeniorWell is kind of like pulling all these services together and making it kind of, I don't want to use the word easy, but you're really making it like a one-stop shop. Like you're offering all 4 services, and communities need your services. They really do. I know dentistry, like I know, the dental component alone, that's so tough. It's tough to imagine, being, a senior being in their 80s or 90s and having their issues and having to go to a dentist office, sit in that chair, figuring all that out. So I know with what you guys offer, it's such a needed service, and it does truly complement the communities when they're sitting in that room with that family, and the family saying, why should we choose you? You guys are
Mhm.
a huge advantage for that family to say, that community to say, we offer all of these services through our third party, partnership.
Mhm.
So, um, and then really quickly, if a community is watching, can you kind of explain the process? So if somebody's watching and they do want to have your services at their community, can you talk about the areas that you cover, and then also the process? Like, how does a community kind of come on board with you?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for asking. So currently we are in, and I have to turn my head to make sure I get everything in, of course. Um, Pasco, Hernando, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Manatee in Sarasota counties, as well as St. Lucie, Martin, Palm Beach in Broward counties. So that's where our concentration is right now, and we are planning to expand a little farther north and south as time goes on. Um, One of the benefits of SeniorWell is it's so easy to get started. So really, it's just going over the program and letting the community pick and choose what services they want. At no time are they obligated to take all 4 services. And once that's identified, it's, a presentation to the building to make sure we're all on board, presentation to the families to make sure they're aware that these benefits are available to them if they should desire them or want to sign up, and then the visits start. So it's a very easy process, and we want the residents to feel comfortable with the doctors. So they're all local doctors coming into the community, and some of them they may know. They may be seeing them already. Who knows? Um, and everything you can tell with Senior Well is we're just friendly. We're here to be your provider, but also your guidance. And, you brought up a key issue, which is continuum of care. No other company has the ability where the audiologist can talk to the podiatrist, that can talk to the dentist, and that, can talk to the optometrist. So when issues arise, we are easily able to identify them and put the word out for that resident through all of the modalities that we offer, and therefore work with the wellness director or director of nursing in the community to come up with a plan that works best for that resident. And that communication is simply not available unless you're using a company that uses all 4 services and are having these meetings and talking about each and every resident on a regular basis. So I think that's
Absolutely.
important for the resident.
It is the entire, I just want to endorse you everywhere because I know the importance of all of these things. And I just really want communities to get to know you, Janet, and for them to understand the benefits. And I think you brought up a great point is maybe they already have a podiatrist, for example, that's coming into their community and they just need the audiology and they just need the dental. It's great that you guys work together and basically just complement whatever services are already available to the residents. So I think that was a great point to bring up as well.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking with you today. Thank you.
You too. And Janet, I'll put all your contact information, of course, in the post so that people can reach out to you. Any last words of wisdom as we're about to jump off our live stream?
My words of wisdom would be preventive services are the most important things we can offer our residents so that they stay healthy and safe for as long as possible.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks everybody for tuning in today. And please reach out to Janet. Anybody reach out to Janet. If your parent is living in a senior living community in any of those areas and you feel like they may need those services, Janet would be happy to talk to you at any time. So everybody enjoy the rest of their day and we will see you soon.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Janet.
Bye-bye.